so am I. I want to thank you so much for coming out and spending your New Year's Eve with us here at our annual New Year, New Laughs show that we're doing all night long. This is a 7 o'clock show. If you don't know where you're at, that's where you're at. And it's going to be a lot of fun. What a lovely night you've come to. Headlining this show is going to be an improvised movie right here on stage that you're going to help them build. It's going to be rated P performing. Before we get to the first act, for those that have no idea how improv works, here's how it works. Everything you see done right here on the stage, completely made up. We don't know what we're going to say or do, or what you as an audience are going to give to us as inspiration. So it's all done right here in the moment, on the fly. And that brings me to my next point. You'll get a chance to give us a little bit of inspiration, what we call suggestions. You can yell out whatever's appropriate to what it is that we're asking for in that moment. So like, for example, on the count of three, someone give me your favorite character from a TV show, book, or movie. 1, 2, 3.
Percy Jackson.
SpongeBob and Percy Jackson. Love it. If SpongeBob and Percy Jackson went to rehab, it was probably because they are way too addicted to water. Terrible water addict. Once you're hooked, you're hooked. And that's the scene that you would see. It would be absolutely hilarious. Are you ready for your first act? All right, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very much like Whose Line Is It Anyway style play. Get your hands clapping. Make some noise for OKC Improv Grab Bag! Hello, sir. This is your cast for OKC Improv Grab Bag. Why don't we go down the line real quick, introduce yourself. You are
Shane, Eric, Garrett, Sue,
and I'm Kenda, and I'm going to be hosting this lovely, wonderful show. The first game that we're going to start off with is going to be forward, reverse monologues. So what's going to happen is one person's going to be coming up. They're going to give a monologue of some sort, and then we're going to have another person come up. They will give that same feel and that same monologue, but they will do it hitting all the points backwards order, and whatever is created in that backwards order, someone else will then come up and do a forward, and then we'll do another backwards, and they'll just keep going back and forth until we have a real new, fresh, clean monologue. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Can I get like a New Year's resolution that you need like inspiration to do?
Learn how to crochet.
Learn how to crochet. Who would like to give our first monologue that helps give a little motivational speech on learning how to crochet? Without further ado, make some noise for Sue Ellen Ryman.
Thank you. I've always wanted to be known as a hooker. And when you crochet, that's what you do. You hook. You hook, you pull through, you wrap around, you hook. I learned to knit, actually, for a show I was doing up at the Pollard because I had to sit there and knit for the longest time. And I was a character who had kind of, was slow, let's say. A really slow and simple sort of character. And when I danced, I had to have a tune of my own in my head, because I couldn't dance to the music that was really there. I had to have my own music going, and I knit. I knit a lot. I got a lot of in fact, if you do a long, long muffler, you can call it a barf, because it's half a scarf, half a blanket. It's a barf. Thank you.
Yes, very easy, was not too many points there. So let's get someone that would like to come up now and do this. Yeah, Eric's gonna do this in reverse order. He remembers everything that was just said just now. Make some noise for your keynote speaker, Eric Sorrell.
It's a barf. It's a blanket and a scarf. When you make things like these, you know, I'm a character who's got a lot going on in their life. I'm hooking, I'm pulling. I had to learn how to knit for the Pollard Theater. And that's all you really do with these things, you know? You hook and you pull and you knit and you squeeze and you pull and you pull and you squeeze and you shake. And I'm gonna be a hooker one day.
And someone is now going to do that exact speech. Forward, who would like to do it? Shane's going to go for it. Please make some noise for your keynote speaker, Shane McClure!
Yes. One day I too will be a hooker. I'll have a big needle and I'll jam it through and hook it in and pull it out and knot it up and knot it up and hook it and pull it and knock it and hook it and pull it and knock it and pull. And when I have knitted something long enough, it could be something like a scarf, long enough, or it's enough scarf to hang yourself by, or it could be a sweater, a scarfer, a squeeder, a scarf, and a blanket. It's all those things. It's something that I can wear and be proud of if I haven't destroyed myself with the needles and the long hanging fibers at the end of the day.
Even fit Pollard Theater in there. Great. And who started us? Oh, we still have
Nice.
yes,
You
absolutely.
still got me.
Yeah. So now Garrett is going to do that backwards now, exactly the way that Shane did it. Without further ado, make some noise for your keynote speaker, Garrett Schill.
I am hanging by a thread here. I just pulling and knotting and knotted. I feel like a sweater that's just being pulled at the threads. Just wrapping around myself like a scarf and just getting all knotted and hooked up and really hooking and knotting and hooking and knotting, and I'm feeling like I'm just hooking around because I am a hooker.
And we're going to get Sue back up now, who is going to now deliver this speech. Forward, which is definitely going to feel like the exact speech you started with, I'm sure. So without further ado, bringing back to the stage, Sue Ellen Ryman.
I am going to be a hooker because I'm hooking and knotting and knotting and hooking and hooking and knotting and knotting and hooking. And there's going to be a scarf or a sweater or maybe a barf or maybe a headband. I don't know. Something like that. My character's very full and, well, you know what I mean. And anyway, yeah. So I'm going to get the knotting and the scarfing and the knotting and the scarf. And I'm on the naughty list.
Great. That's our game. Nice start. Let's jump right into our second game, which is going to be gibberish replay. Which two would like to leave the room for this game?
I'll
Great.
leave.
Sue's going to leave, and Eric's going to go with. So what's going to happen is Garrett and Shane are going to be performing an improvised scene that Eric and Sue will not see. Eventually, after the scene's over, we'll bring Eric and Sue in, to which Shane and Garrett will do that same scene, but they will only use gibberish. And then we will have the scene ran all over again by Eric and Sue, who will know exactly the way this scene and the dialogue went, so they will then reenact this original scene. Let's see if they can get it right. So to get us started, let's see here. This is going to be another New Year's resolution, but they're actually going to be doing that as an action. Like, what's something that you want to really do in 2024?
Set boundaries.
Set boundaries. The scene's going to be about setting boundaries, a very physical, fun scene about setting boundaries. That's what's going to happen here. So let's go ahead and see the scene. Count it down with me in 3, 2, 1.
James, why?
This
Is your half
is
of the room.
my half of the room.
Well, that's going to be sad for you because the toilet's right there.
Well, it's gonna be sad for you because I can still say on this half,
Hey! I'm going to come into your room.
you can't come into my side.
How does it stop me? Piece of tape on the floor?
Now, I feel like this is gonna be a much better year. Here.
I'm getting something to eat before things close down.
You wait until the bouncer gets here, and then you're not going to be able to get on this side of the house.
Oh, you got a bouncer.
Yeah, I got a bouncer.
Is that your pal Frank?
You know it. Frank is gonna bounce you out and bounce you around, and that's mine. It has my name on it. Robert, you know I like crab and mustard sandwiches.
Why would you write your name on with magic mark? I didn't even notice that. That's terrible. Oh. Oh, crab and mustard. That's ridiculous.
Well, it would taste a lot better if you didn't drink all the cream soda either. It's come down to this, hasn't
It
it?
has. It's either me or you. I know you took fencing classes,
I took that one semester.
so you've got a fair shot here.
I believe I do. I think you have your shoes are untied.
What?
Let's have Sue and Eric come on back in. You guys are going to recreate the scene only using gibberish, to which they will know exactly what it is that the dialogue is. Y'all can go ahead and have a seat front row, Sue and Eric. Enjoy the show, enjoy the scene, and really pick up on those gibberishes to know what the dialogue was. So without further ado, let's see the scene all over again. Count it down with me in 3, 2, 1.
Boleh ke patanas topovi. Ba. Podavihi. Nakaba. Slamming that. Snooply. What? I'm a bad guy. Sklimmet From the fla boy. What? Me? Aha. Swing. Abata, tuya. Hekawaka. Basama. Ramana. Who? What?
Hey, Bessie! I love it. Y'all got a pretty good handle on it. Come on out, Eric and Sue.
Okay.
And you're gonna do the scene with dialogue and all of that fun. Yeah, you guys get to enjoy the show now. We will see the scene. Count it down with me in 3, 2, 1.
This will be Scotland. And this will be England.
Are you going to make the border with the squatty potties?
Nay, but I will hang my dog over the line.
Oh, you mustn't do that. You can't do that. It's huge, this border.
Aye, but I can, laddie.
Move your rear end.
Oh, I'm moving it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you going to put something on my face? Take it off.
That's how we do it in Scotland.
I'm opening this trunk.
We drunk.
Yeah. Oh, look, school stool samples.
Those were my stool samples for me wedding.
Oh, yeah. Ew. I don't want them anymore.
That's right, you don't want my stool samples.
Are you gonna leave the squatty potties here?
Aye, I will leave me squatty potties here, right on the line, old Bill
Do
Hadrian.
you want to fight over it?
Oh, do you want to
Oh,
fight
yeah.
over it, over my dead body?
Do you not have a claymore, boy?
Nay, I have no sword.
There you go. Now I've got one as well. Don't step in the squatty potty.
I shall not.
Yeah, they nailed it. That's exactly what the scene was about. Not setting boundaries at all. We got time for 2 more games. Our second and last game is going to be dating game. This is one that Garrett is going to have to leave for. So everybody say bye, Garrett. Bye. Wonderful. Garrett's going to be on the TV show Dating Game. It's 3 daters that he has no idea who they are, but the answers to their questions will give him tips on who they are, and hopefully he'll be able to guess by the end of the game. So for Sue here, Sue is someone you do not want to see at a party. Like, who would that be?
My boss.
Yeah, great. This is going to be the boss of Garrett there. Shane is very, very emotional. Like, what type of emotion is Shane?
Jealous.
He's jealous, and he's jealous over something or someone that you would never be jealous over.
The boss.
The boss, great. She's very jealous over the boss. Love it. And then Eric is going to be a fictional character or a celebrity that is not problematic. Who might that be?
Mothman.
Mothman. Great. Mothman. That's good. That's a good one. Great. So just to review, here we have
The boss.
and
The jealous man.
jealous of the boss. Yeah. And then we have Mothman. Wonderful. Let's get our data in here. Make some noise for Garrett right now. There he is. Indeed. Come on up. We have one heck of a group of people here for you. Why don't you mind just telling us your name and what it is that you're looking for in love?
Well, my name is Steve. And I am just looking for something to really spice up things in the bedroom, you know? Just something new and fresh.
Nice.
My ex, not fresh.
Right. Not even looking for commitment tonight.
No commitment.
Wonderful. Well, I'll start with like a general question that we usually ask here on the TV show, and then you'll get a chance to ask your own questions here. This is going to be a question for all of our daters here. If you were to take this person on like a perfect date, what would that date look like? We'll start right here. Dater number 1.
Well, we'd go to a conference where you'd sit and take notes assiduously. Anyway, you'd take a lot of notes, and you'd make sure I had them when you were finished.
Okay. Look at that. Do you like conferences?
I mean, there's a lot of people and a lot of things to mingle, and you can make things. I know it's a date, but I mean, we can always swing around.
You never know.
I'll make sure I note that down on my next assignment.
That's right. Dater 2, same question.
I would go to the same conference. And I'd be watching you from a distance with binoculars. Making sure you were assiduously taking notes and not gaining favor.
There it is. All right, yeah, of course.
It reminds me of my favorite movie, Back to the Future.
Of course, yes. And Dater 3.
I would wrap you in my arms. And we would fly, chasing cars on abandoned roadways and land in front of them. And then we just look at them really hard.
Sounds you want it spicy, and we got you spicy.
Well, that sounds amazing. Oh,
Yes, absolutely. And you get a chance to ask a question now.
Oh, well, I guess, if we were running from the police, what would you do to keep me from getting arrested?
Oh, we'll start with Dater 1 on this one.
Well, I'd simply explain to them where you worked and what time you were supposed to be in that morning.
Oh, very, yeah, you liked it. I don't know what to say.
Well, let's just move on to Dater 2. What would you do?
Well, I would be keeping a close eye on you. And if you got too close to what's-its here, I would throw you to the ground and trample you.
Well, I don't know. I still don't know what to say.
Yeah, let's just move on to 3. What do you say, Dater 3?
I would phase you into the filth realm of existence where you could be safe in my nest. And then I would rip them apart with my talons. I would punch straight through their chest and rip out their hearts for you. And I would consume them with you.
You've been reading my Tinder profile.
Indeed.
I've read your fanfic. And let's just say I'm a fan.
Yeah. We have time for one more question. What would you like to ask them?
Well, I mean, I guess if, we were to celebrate maybe a New Year or something like that, what would be your drink of preference?
Coffee. Black coffee. Because that's the only way you're going to get the data correct. Lots of black coffee.
At first, I was saying no, but that answer may make you win.
Yeah, right. Data 2, same question.
Large cup of your tears. When I have finally separated you from this one and made you suffer the consequences. You're not good enough for her.
There it is. Finally, data number 3, same question.
I would drink the youth of the innocent and sup upon the fates of those who have died.
You voted for Hillary, didn't you?
I did.
Indeed. Well, it is time for you.
I am a feminist.
Yeah, checks out. It is time for you to make a choice here. Let's go. Who you would like to eliminate first?
Well, I know that last answer was really good, but I'm sorry, contestant number 1. I feel like being my college professor.
Not quite. More corporate.
Being my HR manager, or just the manager, or somebody
Higher ranks.
higher ranked, CEO.
Stop sucking up to the boss.
The CEO, the corporate owner.
Yes, we'll give you that. It's the boss. It's the boss. And who would you like to eliminate next?
Well, contestant number 2, I don't know. You just want me to be sad, and I feel like you are just my conscience. I don't know, like you're like a little voice in my head that just makes me feel bad.
It's very emotional about someone that has a very specific emotion.
Oh, that would be self-esteem. I love self-esteem. I don't know.
This speaks dividends.
Dividends.
Your
Oh.
own body. I can taste your thoughts.
It's a very specific emotion when you get too close
Now
to
you like
the
him
boss that he likes.
You like him more than me.
Oh, jealousy.
Yeah!
Oh, I don't like a jealous person.
And that means you have chosen data number 3, who clearly is
Oh, and a creature from the 5th dimension.
close to the specific creature.
Cthulhu-like.
I love lights.
Mothman.
Yeah!
I know I wanted to go to Ohio.
The answer is always Mothman. We have time for one more very quick game. This is going to be a lovely game called Love is Like. Normally we get an audience member on stage for this. However, one of us today is celebrating a birthday. It's Garrett's birthday! Garrett is going to get loved on. We're going to compare our love to whatever it is that you give to us. Yeah, stools, nice. Yeah. We're sitting nice and tall there. And we're going to create like a punchline joke based on any suggestion that you all give us. So to get us started, can I get just like an occupation you always wanted to be when growing up but never got a chance to be? An astronaut. Our love is like an astronaut.
Garrett, our love is like an astronaut because you take my breath away.
Nice.
Garrett, our love is like an astronaut because when you remove the helmet, your head will be sucked in.
Garrett. Our love is like an astronaut. You make me feel that Buzz Aldrin.
Our love is like an astronaut. There's a lot of training and it's not worth it.
Oh, there it is. Can I get an object that's like very specific to an occupation, like a stethoscope or spatula? Wonderful. Our love is like a spatula.
Garrett, our love is like a spatula because I'm trying to flip you over.
Hey. Our love is like a spatula because you flatten me.
Our love is like a spatula. I just want to cook with you.
Nice.
Garrett, our love is like a spatula that ends up covered in oil.
Oh, there we go. And let's do one more, like a fictional character from a TV show, book, or movie, anything like that.
Pig.
What's that?
Peppa Pig.
Our love is like Peppa Pig.
Good. Our love is like Peppa Pig. It's because you're so pink and innocent. And they're gonna take us off TV.
I need to take a shower.
Garrett, our love is like Peppa Pig. Diddy!
Happy birthday, Garrett! We have been your Grab Bag cast. Keep it going for Grab Bag there. Wonderful. You ready for your headlining act of the night? You have gotten a preview of some of them. Slow